All right, guys, before we get into this episode, we just wanted to kind of give you guys a brief update to let you know that we greatly appreciate each and every single one of y'all who have been reaching out to us and patiently waiting for the next episode to drop. But, Mike and I have just been working a lot lately, so it hasn't really been that easy to get these episodes put together. But our promise to you right now is that the consistency that we used to have is going to come back. It might not be on the same exact level, but it is coming back. So stay tuned. We're going to bring you some heat, and it's going to be week after week after week after week, and we're going to get back on it. So just wanted to share that with y'all, and thank you guys so much for your patience.
Yes.
We are working diligently to get these episodes out to you. So
yes.
Some of the material that you may hear in this episode may be a little outdated, but the message that we have included to go with that information is still relevant to this day. So just take that and remember that.
Sure.
Thank you. Enjoy the episode.
And there's so many people that, they feel like that music is not affecting us in a negative way, but it definitely is. It's like when you listen to music according to your moods. You know what I'm saying? When you're sad, you're not listening to something real happy.
Yes.
When you feel like doing harm to somebody, or you know what I'm saying, you're going to listen to a certain type of artist. So it's like, how could you feel like that's not affecting people? Because I'm not listening to Gladys Knight if I'm about to do a shootout. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, people just
How many has it?
No, he do gotta put it on radio and me It's Gladys Knight. Yo, sorry.
Impact. In fact, my hustle is intact. In fact, my hustle is intact. My muscle tough as the hustle, the numbers is just that. And I'ma keep winning and sit back. I love the feeling of killing them with that. Attacking the process, tackling topics, master synopsis. This the residual impact, yeah.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your man, Brandon Gio.
And your man, JaMichael Moore.
And we are the Residual Impact Podcast. Here we inspire others to find the greatness within themselves.
And then apply it to their community.
Let's grow.
Beautiful thing, brother. Beautiful thing.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
We had episode 33.
33, man.
I'm just tripping right now because this is my exact age.
Hey, I was about to say that.
And, hey, it's a great number.
Yes, it is.
2 3s back to back.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Just like how I be on the court.
Okay.
You know.
All right, you lost me there.
You're right. I haven't picked up a ball in years, but I bet you if I got the rock, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can go toe to toe. I'm gonna be shooting 3s on you. You know what I'm saying?
You want to put your money where your mouth is?
We'll save that for later, bruh. Real quick though, we're gonna go with some housekeeping rules. Thank you guys first and foremost for tuning into us. If you are new to the channel, I want you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you also hit that bell notification so you never miss when we upload a new video. Don't forget to drop a like, and definitely don't forget to leave a comment, because we all want to talk about everything that we're discussing today. So we're going to make sure that we respond to each and every single one of you guys on YouTube. And for those of you guys who are listening to us on the many different podcast platforms, thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes, sir.
We greatly appreciate it, and we couldn't have done it without y'all.
Nope.
So, Mike.
What's up, brother?
Since we're on episode 33.
33.
What's going on today? What we got planned for the people?
Oh, man, we got some special. We got 2 talented people, and I truly mean talented. Like, it's not only with them, it's with their family. That's how talented these people are.
Word.
It trickles down. So I think we got something special for the people that they're not really ready for, and I'm just excited, to introduce them to the world.
Hey, let's get it, man. So who we got?
Oh, man. So we got me, y'all. I just want to talk about me real quick. It's all me. Nah, let me stop. Oh, man. So first, man, we got Jamiah. We have Yotti in the building. These 2 people, first and foremost, I've known them for years. And when I tell you, like, sometimes for me, being around them so much, I take it for granted how talented they are and how blessed I am to know people like this. And, I really want the world, which I think the world knows about them, but we just want to expose them more to the world. And as far as how great they really are and everything they have going on. So y'all, ladies and gentlemen, Jamiah and Yotti in the building.
Welcome, guys. How y'all doing today?
Hi, how are you?
Doing good, man. Happy to be here, man.
Yeah,
Most
super
definitely.
excited.
Sir.
Thank
Yeah,
y'all.
man.
Thank y'all. Well, first and foremost, before we start, before we get into everything that y'all do and everything that y'all got going on, we always like to ask, how was your week? So, how was y'all week?
You go first.
Man, my week was good, man. I consider any day I wake up to be good,
Yes,
so
sir.
it was good, man. That's the best I can give, man.
I love that.
My week was blessed and busy.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, good busy, but overall it's good. Like he said, I have no complaints. As long as I can open my eyes and do what I love every single day, I'm straight.
Hey.
Let's get it.
Love that.
Dig that.
B, what about you, man?
Well, I just started a new job,
Okay.
or really, I got a new position at work.
Okay.
I've been working for the same main company for a little more than a year, but I'm in a different role, and it's bringing in more money.
Okay.
More money means more problems, of course, but we're not gonna worry about the problems. We're just gonna worry about all the investments I'm gonna be able to make with this new cash flow.
Yes, sir.
Let's just say that. New equipment on the way.
That's what I mean.
It's
I love it.
it's been in the works, but I think it's been a situation of where God will never give you nothing you can't handle,
Yes, sir.
right? And you'll get it when you're ready for it.
That's true.
I think that the reason why we haven't had the soundboard and the XLR mics that we really wanted, all that expensive equipment that we really wanted,
It was
because
expensive.
it is expensive, is because that was champagne taste, but we had like somewhat of a beer budget. You
Nah, big
understand?
facts, bro.
So now I'm getting up to that champagne budget to where I can really invest into this entity that we have here, and it's gonna be amazing. So y'all be on the lookout for that. We're gonna have that equipment coming really, really, really soon.
Yes, sir.
And I can't wait.
Oh man, first and foremost, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Thank
major
you,
right
thank
there,
you.
man. I thank you for the grind. I can't say thank you enough for all the hard work. For those of y'all that don't know, that y'all see all like the short videos, the clips, the episodes and all that, like this man B is like the reason that it's happening at the consistent and rate that it does happen, because bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, I can't keep up with how much you do. So I just want to say thank you for that.
Thank
and let
you.
the people know how much work you put in, for real.
Yeah, man. That's my only concern though, with working more hours and stuff like that. The content might not be as out as frequently as it normally is. So I ask that you guys would please be patient with me on that, because, man, I mean, if I have a long day at work, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to edit when I get home. So I'm just letting y'all know that right now. But we're still going to be as consistent as we possibly can in getting you guys content and definitely pushing out an episode a week. So thank you guys for your patience, and we greatly appreciate it, for real.
Thank y'all.
So, Mike, how was your week, man?
Overall, the week was really good. I don't think I have anything that I can complain about. Even if I did have something to complain about, I wouldn't complain about it. I feel like I'm walking into everything that I've asked for previously. I really do feel like some days I just have to take a step back and I realize, I'm like, man, I asked for a lot of this stuff that I see in my life right now. So sometimes when it gets hard, instead of me complaining about it, I'm like, hold on, Mike, you've been asking for this stuff, so it's here now.
That's good.
You gotta take a time to enjoy each moment, because I realize that sometimes you want so much, and when it's coming, you can find yourself like, oh man, I gotta do this. Oh man, I gotta do, and then the next moment comes, I gotta do this, and it's like, hold on, bro. Like all of this is a part of everything that you really wanted.
Right.
So it's like, when are you taking time to actually enjoy it all? So it's just, you gotta bask in it all, the good, the highs, the lows, all that stuff. So that's what I'm learning to do. So man, every day is really a good day.
That's good, man.
Thank
I
you,
dig
thank
that,
you,
dig
brother.
that. So, like you said, man, we got a great episode ahead of us, man. And let's just go ahead and get into the foolishness that's been going on real quick before we get into all the great stuff. Speaking of foolishness, man,
What up?
y'all seen what's been going on with all these celebrity fights lately?
Oh, man.
And I'm not talking about sanctioned celebrity fights in rings or anything like that. I'm talking about fights on a plane, fights backstage,
Lord.
those type of fights. You understand?
Yeah.
What's going on, B? What's going on?
Well, let's just say Mike Tyson still knows how to knock somebody out. After all these years, the brother still got it.
Bruh.
Let's just say the people are tired.
The people are
tired.
real tired. And it reminds me of something Mike said not too long ago. He was like, social media made y'all way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So this man literally disrespected him, and he got punched in the face multiple times.
Yeah.
So multiple times for me.
Multiple times.
Yeah, B, you gotta stop poking at these people, man. Stop doing all that, man. I told you about that, man. Keep doing all that.
Listen, you're not the type of Mike I gotta worry about, bro. I'm not messing with Mike Tyson. You, on the other hand, you can't put no paws on nobody. So I don't know what you be telling me.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. All right. What nobody say now. Nah, that's crazy, man. But B, who else you talking about out here putting the paws on people, man?
Man, let's just say if Def Jam decided to release another fighting game, this man would be the head boss, right? Like, he'd be the number one to beat, and he'd be a tough contender.
Yeah.
Because in real life, yo, he be going through the most. We talking about the baby, everybody.
Oh, Lord.
He's been involved in another altercation where, I mean, I shouldn't have to say allegedly, but I'm just going to say allegedly, right? Just so that we can avoid being Tasha Cade on the show. You know, we ain't got the $4 million to spend. We already know that. We covered that before. Allegedly, he got into a fight backstage with his artist Wisdom at a concert. We don't really know what happened, like how that came about, but I mean, dude was trending on Twitter, and it's actually pretty hilarious. Not the situation itself, but everybody's responses. Like somebody tweeted the baby's lawyer every 2 weeks, and it was Big Boy's character from the movie ATL. He was like, I know that ain't what I think it is.
Bruh.
I'm crying.
So,
But then again, think about it. We don't know, you know, it's kind of going back to what Jamiah said, you know, a lot of times people definitely as rappers, they try them because everything that you've been rapping about too, first and foremost, they want to see if you're serious.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and then, now granted, I don't know what happened in this situation because Homeboy just turned around and swung on him. Clearly he was mad. But in general though, we don't know what's going on in that brother's head that he has to deal with. I mean, imagine having to go through all that, having instances where you done shot at people done shot at you, people trying to pick a fight with you everywhere. Think about your mental at that point. And being a celebrity at that.
Yeah.
Having to, you know, always be on your P's and Q's. Like, how do you handle that? I mean, what would y'all do in that situation?
Man, you gotta have
He wanted you to ask that question.
I feel like it's a lot easier than what people make it to be. Like,
What you mean?
you gotta have that security with you, man. Like, that's what they're there for. A lot of people want to be cool. I don't need security. I'm in my own city. Man, none of that matters, bro. People will try you. You got money now. It's time to invest in that security. They handle all of that type of stuff. And be happy. Live your life. You don't got to worry about that. That's their job.
Imagine, right? Okay, so let's say you in a grocery store, right? Let's say, you know, you is you right now. You in a grocery store. Somebody yell at you, yo, you a what you gonna do in that situation?
Well, if I don't have my security,
Things change.
then I got to handle it myself. It may involve some things we can't talk about.
So, okay, now with your security, how are you gonna respond then? Because think about it, you still hearing that somebody calling you out your name. What are you gonna do? You just saying your security gonna handle this, and you like
Every time, bro. I'm not gonna pay them to be chilling with me. Like, somebody better attack me today, honestly. If I'm paying y'all, I need something to go down.
What?
Be honest.
What kind
that was gonna be my question. What?
Bro, I get paid. I get paid.
they gotta take money's worth.
Got it, bro.
No, sir.
Yes.
No,
Yes, sir.
no, sir.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
sir.
That reminds me of Pooh Shicey's situation going on. Have you heard about that?
A little.
I'm gonna be honest, the internet is so fast. I'm like literally trying to catch up with so much stuff. So please enlighten me on this Pooh Shiesty thing.
So, okay, allegedly, right?
It's the best way.
Allegedly.
Right.
It's kind of
He
allegedly, but you can tell you it's kind of clear cut, but
listen, I wasn't planning on talking about this
Nah,
today,
I know,
but
I
as
know,
soon
I
as
know.
Jay brought up, the whole situation with security,
Yeah.
that just reminded me of his line. I got my own fire, don't need security in the club.
bro,
That's exactly what happened to the man.
yeah.
So supposedly this was like a situation that happened maybe more than a year ago. I don't know all the specifics on it, but it had something to do with like possible drug deal, allegedly, of course, right? Or something went wrong to where somebody ended up getting shot in a parking lot, and it was all caught on camera, right? And it was crazy because allegedly Pooh was driving a green, like a lime green McLaren, right? So you're already driving a high-end sports car that you don't see everybody in, so it's easily recognizable, especially you got it lime green, you stand out.
Yeah.
So camera was focused right on him, so you can use that as evidence. Next incident happened. Dude was literally in the club, and supposedly he had stacks of cash in his pocket. Performing on stage, a fat wad of cash pretty much hanging out of his pocket. And then supposedly when he was about to go off, when he was about to walk off stage, somebody like smacked the money out of his pocket, or he might have had some in his hand and got smacked out of his hand. So the crowd was scrambling for the cash that was on the floor. And then next thing you know, he tried to pull something out of his waistband, allegedly. And security was like, nah, don't do that. But he ended up doing it anyway and tried to, buck at somebody. And somebody ended up getting popped in the leg.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So, yeah, man, I mean, these celebrities, man, they just, again, I get it, they're people too. Like, we understand that. But, yo, this man literally, he was living out his song. Like, I ain't need my own fire, I got security. Wait, what I don't need no security, I got my own fire in the club.
Yeah.
Y'all know the song. I don't know the lyrics like that, but y'all know what song I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, look, these people had a life before they started rapping. And sometimes that mentality is still there, even though you got money. Like, it don't shift just because, you now in the public eye. Because that's why I think about the baby. I mean, clearly the baby is, he's still the baby. He's that stuff he's rapping about is not just, cap, I guess, as the kids would say.
Oh my gosh.
Cap
Listen, I still say cap. Yeah, I'm older than you. You say it too. I know. Stop capping, bro.
So clearly there's some truth to the words that they're speaking about. And, I mean, but I agree with Jay. You got to have some form of security around you or at least some people that have some wisdom that like, yo, chill, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Because I guess people not think about that.
Please don't hire your friends as security celebrities.
Oh,
please don't, because those are yes people. I am so sorry. I have to say that.
No,
right.
It will literally be like, that's my bro from the hood, and it's like, sir, like you need people that are in the training state. Like they are literally, this is what they do. They're here to protect. Please don't get somebody from the hood, because both of y'all gonna be sitting next to each other. What do we do? Like it's a mess.
Yeah. Hey, bro, you ready?
Right.
What's your time? What you mean,
What do you mean? Am I ready? I hired you to take care of this.
What you mean?
Good Lord.
Nah, this is facts. This is facts.
Yeah.
So that makes me that goes to my next question. With y'all being in the industry, y'all have an insight that a lot of people like us, we don't have. We don't know what goes on. So, first and foremost, I want y'all to let the people know what it is that y'all do. Like, when we see Jamiah, when we see Yotti, who are y'all?
Well, first and foremost, we're the Key. We are a songwriting duo, but we do a lot of different things. You can explain your side.
Okay, my side, I'm a singer/songwriter.
Actress.
Actress.
Okay.
Period. Okay. That's what I do. Songwriting is not really something that I started with. So I don't want to say it's fairly new, but singing is first love, first thing I started. I came out the womb singing, I believe. That's what I was told. That's what I was told. My parents love to, gas it up. Be like, you were singing since you were born. I'm like, yeah, thanks, guys. But songwriting was something that I started, I was around 13, 14 years old.
Wow.
And now I'm 25, and it's been a while. It's been a while, I can honestly say, but that's what I do. And acting, my wife and kids, Young and the Restless, August Rush, little Fantasia on the Fantasia, Life Story on Lifetime, little things here and there, and the voice of Uniqua on the Backyardigans, voiceover work. So I dabbled in that as well.
I love how she just said little things like they're just around the corner.
Okay, hold on. Hey. I don't want to call it little things, but I mean, I've just done so much in my life in the most respectful way possible that it's just so much was going on at that time that it's like, I guess you could just put them all together. I did a lot of things, and I thank God for them. So.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this then. Being in the music business, how is it? Like, what are some things that y'all see that, for instance, like, me and B, we might just listen to music, but we're not thinking about how everything is composed and put together and everything like that. Like, what is it being behind the scenes like that?
Man, it's really something special, man. Especially for me, growing up, always loving music. For me to be a creator now, it's like a whole different spin. Like, you realize what you loved about that song because you're creating it. There's just little nuances, or the way they said this word, or this harmony, or just different things like that will now stick out to you. Like, oh my God, like, I love how they did da 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 da. But beforehand, you didn't really understand like what was actually being done.
Yeah.
So like, it's really cool to be on this side, man. Like, and I'm really thankful to be doing this. Like, it's dope.
I know that's dope. It makes you think, because it's like, for instance, like when people they'll watch a video, like we'll put up, they're not thinking about, okay, he had to cut that part, cut out that part, and then put all that together. They're not thinking about that. They just listen to it as a whole. So I know y'all ears like so different when it comes to a song. Like when
honestly, I can honestly say our ears are different from each other. Sometimes we don't hear certain things at the same time together. Like, most people think, man, y'all was so cohesive and stuff like that. It's like, it's the difference in how we listen to music that makes it come together. So I can honestly say his ear is a lot different than mine. It's sharper in certain areas where I'm like, oh, okay, bet. I didn't even hear that. Let me try that. So that's where you come in with the vocal arranging and producing.
It does suck sometimes, though, being on this side now, because it's like sometimes you can't fully enjoy music because you're so technical now. So it's like someone that's, I don't know a lot about film and stuff, but someone that's involved in that, they can't really enjoy the film because they're constantly like, oh, that lighting could have been better, or they didn't really say their lines well, or they could have wrote that script a little better. So it's like the same thing for me as I'm listening to music. I'm constantly deciphering and breaking things down, but I just want to listen to music sometimes.
So it's like a gift and a curse. Huh?
Exactly, yeah.
That's crazy.
I know you can feel that beat.
Heck yeah, I can feel that. Heck yeah. Like, man, listen, when I watch people on YouTube and certain videos and stuff like that, and just how they cut stuff, how they edit stuff, I'm like, yo, I need to learn how to do that. And then, listen, I know everybody's human, so, this is not a shot at anybody specifically, but when I see other people who really aren't as experienced in editing and stuff like that, it's like, okay, well, they probably could have done that a little better, or they probably could have done this a little better. Yeah. But, that's how you learn. You know what I'm saying? Dang, sometimes when I give you episodes to edit, I'm just like a little weary.
I know anything I put out, B gonna be like, yeah, this was good, but hey, yo, make sure you put that right there, or you could do this better next time.
That's good.
And it's like, I know it helps me. And he definitely sees stuff that I don't see. And I'm like, yo, how the freak did you know this? Or how did you even, you know what I mean, think of that? So I definitely can understand y'all perspective on that.
Yeah, for sure.
That definitely takes an eye. So another question I would have, because a lot of people, they want to get into the music business. And I know, y'all said that y'all like are songwriters and, different things. And Jamiah, I know you said you had experience in the industry as well. So what are some things that you would, or advice you would give some people that are, trying to get to that space?
Definitely know yourself before you even jump into something like this, because the industry is a place where you can be shaped and molded into something that you either want to be or you don't want to be. It can go either way, but you have to be so 100% confident in who you are and what you're trying to put out to the world, because it can go either way. So that's one thing I will say. Also, it's not definite. Like, definitely be prepared for the ups and downs. You don't just skyrocket to fame and that's it. There's a top and there's a bottom. And I can attest to that. So I will say that. But also have fun. I mean, definitely, if this is something you want to do and you're willing to, put down other things and be 100% in this, by all means, go ahead and do it. But you have to sit and speak with yourself before you end up doing that, because once you're in there, you're in there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So Okay, so you saying basically this mixtape that I got ready to drop next week.
Bruh.
If I'm
It's a go. It's a go if you believe it.
I
Bro.
can, if I want to go straight to the top with it. Like I'm about to drop it on all platforms. And
Yes.
it's ready to go. All right. So it's good.
Did you speak with yourself first?
Nah,
You wanna
like,
do that?
I just
No.
know it's fire.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Don't
That's all I know,
speak
and
with
I want to
yourself
put
first.
it out.
Listen back to that mixtape before you put that out. Listen back to it.
Yo,
Boy, if you
yo, B on the. I got him on a feature too. Yo,
Snap.
Bro, what?
Snap.
Stop the cap.
I'm just kidding. But yes, no, seriously. I just know that a lot of people. You have a lot of people out there that are trying to like do music, and I know sometimes they don't really understand everything that goes into it. So I love to ask people that are in that space or have been in that space to like just some reality that's behind it. So I mean, Jay, what are some things that you've seen kind of being behind those things as well?
Well, to answer your question a little better, like, what do you mean?
Okay, like just for instance, if I'm a kid, right, and I'm just like, yo, I've been hearing a lot of singers, or I've been hearing a lot of rappers, and I'm like, yo, I want to do that, but I've only made a song. What are some things I need to look for? What are some things I need to expect?
Well, the thing I would do first is research. A lot of times we don't really, or we feel like we don't have all the tools that we need, but I feel like it's important to grab and pull what you do actually have. So we do have the internet, so you can go to the internet and look up top songwriters right now or top artists right now, you know what I mean? And try to realize what are they doing right and what are they doing wrong, you know what I mean? And the knowledge is there and it's available to us, but you got to match that hunger with that passion, you know what I mean? And when you're really passionate, you'll want to dive deep, you know what I'm saying, and learn about the top people who's doing what you're doing, you know what I mean? And I just feel like that's important to really hone in and think about the people before you, because they did something right, obviously. So it's like, why start from scratch? And I can learn from this person that knows what they're doing. So.
Match that hunger with that passion. I love that. So
It's the episode title.
That's the episode title.
It's the episode
nah,
title.
like that was.
It is.
I
It's
like
lit.
that one. But okay, so with this generation though, bro, you have such a microwave generation that wants stuff so quick. Like, how can we help them understand that it does not happen overnight? Because everybody, think about it, everything is going viral. I want to go viral, get all the good views. You know what I mean? It's like I want it quick.
Yeah.
But just remember who the first one was to do all of that, right?
Come on, bro. We
Soldier.
already know. Big
We
Jacob.
already know.
Big
Y'all better put some
Soldier.
name on it. Put some respect on his name.
Big soldier.
He was the first one to go viral
Come on,
with the music. You know what I'm saying? So we got to give him his props for that.
Got
The
to.
big
Yeah.
soldier. Big soldier. But yeah, like, I mean, everybody can't be a big Draco. You know what I'm saying? So what advice would you tell some of these younger people, like, as far as how to be patient in this thing? Or
You wanna go?
I'll say good things take time, man. And a lot of times in my life, things that came to me fast, they went just as fast. And I'm gonna just be honest, man. I personally want to be a lot further along in our music career, but it's not time, you know what I'm saying? Because who's to say if I get that thing right now, I won't cherish it, or I may miss another opportunity, or whatever the case may be, man. I'm okay with sitting back and, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be along for the ride.
yeah.
When this goes, it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? That door is open, it's open. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna close it. And I'm just waiting for that opportunity, you know, and I'm just happy to just be doing this, you know?
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that, man.
I would say appreciate the small wins.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
A lot of times you underestimate the wins in your life just because of how micro they are to the major stuff. And honestly, I feel like sometimes people don't have the patience, like you said. They don't have the patience to see the progress. Like, it's a lot more rewarding when you get to where you're supposed to, when you see how everything is going. If you start here and it's like, wow, I didn't really enjoy that, because like, what did I do to get here? Like, and like
That's
you said,
true.
the microwave thing, that's a great example. I'd rather cook my food on the stove, it's piping hot 3 hours from now, instead of as soon as I take it out, it sounds like World War III in the microwave.
That's
and as
what
soon
I'm
as I would
saying.
stick my
I be
fork
hating
in,
that.
Them will be
it's
cold.
cold. But it's like, good Lord.
All that popping it does in the microwave for what? It ain't ready.
It's not.
Be ready.
You put it
not
in the
ready.
toaster oven, you cook it on the stove, whatever the case may be, you know it's gonna be hot.
Or the new thing, air fryer. You put it in the air fryer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that could work too.
The
Yep.
new easy bake oven.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Easy
sir.
bake
Easy bake
oven.
oven, yo.
Love it.
Man, life don't have to be so hard, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's
Yeah.
real talk though.
Yep.
Right.
Dude,
Wow.
okay. So that definitely gives me more understanding as far as that goes. So with Jamiah, with you and the success that you've had like early on, like being where you are today, do you like more of where you were versus now, or do you feel like, you know, man, I want to be back there more, or like what is it now? Like which one is more rewarding, or is it all rewarding?
That's a good
You
question.
put me in the hot seat. I don't appreciate that.
That's what we do on this show.
I'm being
Well-
gathered on this show. It's a setup.
Because this is it came off my head.
This
Like
is a setup.
I didn't write that down, so
Okay, I will say that I like where I'm at now.
okay.
I don't wish to be back in that situation again, just because I don't want to go backwards. I just want to move forward.
Of course.
And I don't regret anything. I'm actually thankful for a lot of the things that I've done in life, because now where I'm at, I'm able to teach somebody else. And that's something I love doing. I love teaching others. And not from the standpoint of bad experiences, but just experience overall. I really do feel like it's important to, you know, go through trial and error, be that guinea pig. And it's like, okay, I want to get into this. All right, bet. This, and this. This is what you do. This is what you don't do. So, and also working alongside him, I really feel like in the past I was alone in this, and it was such a big world for such a small little girl. Now that I'm an adult and I'm able to make my own decisions and be my own boss, be a part of the business, that's something that I am so happy to be a part of now. A part of my own business, because everybody was taking care of the stuff. I was just, you know, here's a napkin, let's wipe your mouth for you, let's do your hair, let's do this. And it's like, I didn't have the flexibility to say, hey, I don't really want to do this. It's all this for everyone to get paid, we get out of here, cool. Nothing wrong with that. That's how the industry is. That's just the cold, hard truth. It can be great, or it could just be so-so. I had some great experiences and I had some so-so experiences, but that's in life. That's in life. That's how it is. But now that I'm able to wake up in the morning and be like, hey, I feel like writing 15 songs today. Who's gonna check me? I'm not on the time crunch. I'm gonna get these 15 songs done. Then I'm gonna go and speak to somebody. We get studio time. We finish these 15 songs. Do I want to put them out for myself? Do I want to give them to another artist? Either way, we're in charge of it.
How do people get to that place though? Because you got so many people that want to make it. They want to make it by any means necessary, right? They'll do whatever it takes, and then let's say they get a little glimpse, somebody offer them a little piece.
Yeah.
How can somebody still hold on to who they really want to be, but yet they see their dreams right there in somebody else's hand, that all they got to do is just take that. What do they do?
Hey, you want to answer this?
I feel like that's why that I don't remember exactly how you said it, but talking to yourself is really important.
Yeah.
Finding out your reasoning for doing things beforehand. Because like she said, you will get molded. If you're not already coming this way, there's a lot of molding going on. So it's like finding out your reasoning. So it's like for us, well, I'll speak for me, I do music because I want to be able to touch people. Like how Stevie Wonder or Alex Isley or these different artists' music has touched me. I want to be able to do that for others. So it's like finding out your reasoning first will help you along the way to make certain decisions. So it's like, if I plan on doing this thing, I know those things will be automatically canceled out because I'm trying to go over here. You know what I mean? So finding out that from the beginning will allow you to cancel out a lot of unnecessary things. Because like opportunities are great, but is that going to be a long, you know what I'm saying, opportunity? Or even Baby Keem, he was like, what's the pros and cons of this next check? And it's like, what, you don't know what's gonna come from this thing, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
it's like definitely. You may think it can be good, but we don't know the future. You don't know where that thing is gonna lead you. So it's just important to be sturdy in who you are from the beginning, and that's best I could put it. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, that's great advice.
For real.
B, would you think about that when you was about to drop that mixtape? I know you're trying to get in the industry.
Not.
I know, yo, I'm telling you, B got that fire, yo. Don't let him fool you, yo.
Listen.
B got that heat. Right?
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I've left that life alone, right? Nah, but for I mean, I used to do music back in the day, nothing like serious, but you know, I wanted to speak to the people. I wanted to, you know, make different type of music. It wasn't just like, you know, no trap stuff or anything like that. But I found, let's just say I found my calling in public speaking. Like that's what I initially wanted to do after music, because that's pretty much what I wanted to do. Like like everybody jokes about a mixtape, but I was really about to put out a mixtape, and it was going to be called the.
oh, that's
So
crazy.
now anybody who wants to use that now, y'all gotta pay me.
That's
'cause that was
hard.
my idea.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's
that's
my
hard,
idea.
though.
Y'all gotta
said
cut me
it.
a check. I can cut it out. Nobody else has to hear it outside this room. So I probably will bleep it out. So if I bleep it out, y'all not gonna hear it anyway. But that was gonna be my mixtape title. And then afterwards, it was just like it kind of sucked because a lot of people doubted me. Like some people recognized my skill and stuff, of course, but other people were just like, you know what? Well, why do you want to be another stereotype? Why every young black man want to be a rapper or a ball player or something like that? I was like, okay, I get what you're saying. I'm still going to try to go after this because it's what I want to do. But then I found a different way to kind of channel that same energy, channel that same concept of what I wanted to do with music into something different like this. The real reason why I wanted to do it the music route is because, like I said in a previous episode, like Kendrick Lamar referenced this in one of his songs, ADHD. He said, man, no wonder our lives are caught up in the daily superstition that the world is about to end. Who gives a F? We never do listen unless it comes with an 808, a melody, and some hoes, PlayStation and some drink, technology bumping soul.
Yeah.
So that key line that stuck out to me, and this is something I caught on early before I actually started doing music, is like nobody will really listen, especially the youth. A lot of kids won't really listen unless it comes with a hot track behind it. So you think about a lot of the music that's put out there today, a lot of it's really, I'm not gonna say a lot of it, but there's a good amount of it that's hot garbage.
Yeah.
And you know that these cats wouldn't have half the shine that they have if it wasn't for that hot beat that's in the background.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, and we did a whole episode on this months ago, but that whole beatbox song,
Oh yeah.
right? Nobody really paid attention to the lyrics, but everybody loved that song because of the beat and because of the whole TikTok trend, right? I'm not gonna say the song was trash, but it wasn't like
We ain't about to be playing 25 years from now.
right,
Nah.
right. Big facts. So there you go. I like how you put that. Definitely,
No,
I'm
big
starting
facts.
using it. But yeah, for real, like if it wasn't for the beat, nobody really would be paying attention to songs like that. So you know, a lot of these artists know this. A lot of songwriters know this. I'm sure you guys know this. A lot of producers and engineers know this. It's just a part of the game.
Yeah.
But that's whack though. I mean, it's like you gotta fit into this mold but it's not really even you. You just trying to do it so you can get in there, and then like Jamiah said, you may end up turning into this person that you never really thought you had to be or wanted to be, just so you can make it. And you saying, nah, I made it, but did you really make it? Did you sacrifice who you really want? You sacrifice yourself just to.
That's good.
That just reminded me. That kind of reminds me of rapper Cash Out. Y'all heard what happened with him recently? Yeesh.
He going through some stuff.
So for those of you guys who don't know, I'm still gonna say it. Allegedly,
Yeah, please.
he was
Please do.
he was caught up in some for the YouTube algorithm. I'll say sex trafficking. I don't think YouTube is gonna flag us for that, but he was involved in something along those lines, and apparently his mom was involved with it as well.
Whoa, I didn't hear that.
Wait a minute.
What?
I didn't hear that.
Oh man, yeah. Allegedly, it was said that his mom was involved in the whole trafficking aspect of it with him, along with some other people that he knew, including another young woman who I think was a dancer, and she would probably like lure young girls. So this man got arrested recently, and it was all over the news. It was all over social media. It's like, supposedly he was still using his clout that he had off of his hit song, Cashing Out, right? That song came out in like 2011 or something like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was more than a decade ago.
Yeah.
So how many like 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds actually remember that song. Like that song came out when they was in elementary school.
Yeah.
So
It still got a little buzz when you hear, if you was listening to it back then, it hit a little different.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, you listened to it back then, Jay. Look,
Yeah, we're definitely
bumping
back
it.
then for sure. Oh yeah.
but it's like, yo, I mean that it says a lot about what's going on behind the scenes that a lot of us don't even know about. And for this man to still be able to use that clout that he had more than a decade ago to be able to kind of like run this operation, it's crazy to me, man.
But then it also makes me think though too, like, and let me know if y'all feel some type of way about this as well. Like, the words you speak, I believe they have power. I don't think that the words you speak come back to you void. And with being in the music industry, music is so influential. Like, the words that a lot of these people are saying, bro, it's kind of intense. Like you said, B, with the whole spot 'em, got 'em. Bro, people don't even listen to what this man is literally talking about killing somebody. You just talking about that, and that's influencing people, and people just taking all that in.
And then months after that, he got hit up after leaving the studio while he was driving.
Exactly. So it's just like, to me, it's like, what are we doing? Because we're saying all this stuff, and we're not realizing that, okay, yo, this might come back on me somehow.
Oh yeah. I feel like we're a lot of times as humans, we get comfortable with how things are making us feel in that moment, and we don't really realize the actual impact of that thing.
Yeah.
So it's like even like when we're songwriting, there's like even something minor, like small lyrics, I'll be like, nah, let's actually be intentional and let's change that. You know what I'm saying? Let's put meaning and intention in everything that we do. So it's like I have nieces and nephews, you know what I'm saying? So like a lot of times when I come home, I show them the songs, you know what I'm saying? Especially my niece, because she's a singer as well and a songwriter. So it's like I want to be able to present that to them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, hold on, close your ears real quick. You know what I'm saying? I want to show them the full song. Like, she loves JaMiah singing. So it's like, that is a great example of the power that we have, man. And there's so many people that, I mean, they feel like that music is not affecting us in a negative way, but it definitely is. It's like when you listen to music according to your moods. You know what I'm saying? When you're sad, you're not listening to something real happy.
Yes.
When you feel like doing harm to somebody, or, you know what I'm saying, you're going to listen to a certain type of artist. So it's like, how could you feel like that's not affecting people? Because I'm not listening to Gladys Knight if I'm about to do a shootout. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, people just...
How many has it?
No, he do got to put him on.
It's Gladys Knight.
Yo, sorry. But no, he's leaving.
He's leaving.
You know, midnight train, Georgia. Are you sitting there cocking and blowing?
No, man, for real, man. And
How you put her in this? She asked for this. How you put her in this?
Yo, but it's like, okay, you think about it. I don't know how often any one of you guys go to parties or anything like that, but even if y'all have been within the last decade or so, anytime Nuck If You Buck comes on, what happens?
Man, what?
You already know. Anytime Nuck If You Buck comes on,
I'm moving back because
Every
I
time.
know it's gonna be a big old circle of people just wilding, jumping around. Somebody gonna get hit, and that's it, bro.
so how could you
Next thing you
disagree
know-
with that statement, bro?
right?
Like, what?
And the scary part about it is this week too, I saw something that was a little disturbing to me, but I ain't say nothing about it. It's like this little biker gang that's like in my neighborhood. These little kids, they go around with their bikes. They're like literally, I don't know. They probably
And that
like,
makes them a gang, Mike?
well, hold on now.
Whoa,
Okay,
bro.
my bad. They're
Moving
not a gang.
fast.
That's actually what my wife called them too. She just don't like them because they be making a lot of noise. So my bad. I got that from my wife. Little biker group. Just saying. My bad. I ain't mean to call them. I ain't mean to call them a gang. Let me not throw them under
Next
there.
thing you know, he gonna be like, them little boys is terrorists. They some terrorists. Bro, what?
My bad.
You sounding real old.
I did. That wasn't me, though. I got that from Wanda, bro.
Oh my god.
Okay. Sorry.
They didn't ask for that either.
They did. They innocent too. They just little kids. But yeah, it's a little biker group that be meeting up outside, right outside of my home, and they was playing like I think it was Kodak Super Gremlin, and it's just like, to me, it was just like the fact that they were singing the song, but I know they didn't know everything that was going on with the song, bro. And it's like, to me, having that, be influential to you so young, dude, some of that stuff sticks with you.
Yeah.
It's hard. I can't lie.
He's right though.
Supposed to be encouraged.
It's hard.
It's hard.
See, that's the thing though. Like, it really is it's a dope song, but at the same time too, you gotta think about he talking about some stuff in there, and it's just like these little kids, man. They rapping it, but it's just like what's one of the lines in there?
I can't even think of the song right now, bro.
I can't either, but I ain't gonna repeat it. But it's just some stuff in there that, as a kid, I know I wouldn't want my child to listen to. What's up?
But we were singing.
Oh, you're right.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm sitting in the. Mind y'all, I remember sitting in the backseat.
Yeah, I didn't even know them lyrics like that back then. But when I got older, it was like,
we was singing it too.
On, y'all.
Really singing.
You're right though.
I remember Juveniles back. That thing came out when I was in the 5th grade, and we used to play that at like middle school parties and stuff later. And it was like, okay, I knew what the lyrics were, of course, but still. That song's like 20 plus years old, and it still hits every time it plays.
It does. But you gotta think about, true. Think about all those lyrics. A lot of them was sexualized, I think, when we were kids. Now it's like a lot of
violent,
murder, violence, things like that that goes on, and that's the difference. So I'm wondering like what effect they would have. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, like some music, I had to realize I had to start turning off because I realized my life was kind of looking like some of these songs. So I had to make a shift. So I just want to know what's going on with some of these kids.
Remember, like I said, man, you turn into what you tune into.
Yeah.
So,
you about to make me so. Good God.
Yes.
That boy preaching.
Ambition.
That's real talk.
I need a break. Hold on.
This is real talk.
But let me ask y'all a question,
What's
if
up?
I can.
No, go ahead.
Do y'all feel Damn.
she said, because you brought Miss Gladys into it.
Yeah.
So you can't answer this.
Miss Gladys did not answer
The
that.
biker kids, I got y'all. Hey Gladys, I got you. I got you, Miss Gladys.
Yeah.
All right. Do you feel like music is reflective of society, or society is a reflection of music?
I think society is a reflection of music.
Okay.
I think not. Okay, so a small part of music, I think, is a reflection of society. And with that, some of the artists who actually live that life, they'll put it in their songs, and they'll rap about it or they'll sing about it, and then in turn makes society a reflection of music, because there's a lot of people out there who will listen to that music and then not be able to separate reality from art, and then they'll feel like that art is actually reality, and they'll try to pick pieces out of that. Think about it. How often do we have, if you just look around us now, how many people are really walking around fighting nowadays? If they have a problem, they want to fight it out.
Very rare.
Right, it's extremely rare. Nobody wants to fight. And even if somebody does fight, whoever loses, 9 times out of 10, they're going to want to go ahead and pop the trunk and handle that way. How many people really live like that without listening or being influenced by a lot of the stuff that's going on in said artwork? Now, there's a bunch of us out here who can distinguish art from reality, but some people, they think it's like a thin line in between it, and it's like, okay, well, if my favorite artist is doing this or my favorite artist is talking about it, I can do it too.
Yeah. And I think that's the problem too. It's like, so you have a lot of these artists that start off as, like you say, that's a part of their life, but then once they realize they don't build so much of a career on it that it starts to sell, then the industry like, yo, we want you to put out this heat still, but their life no longer has that, so they still will make up stuff like that. Because I think about Future, like some of the stuff Future used to talk about, like when he first started coming in, but then a lot of times, I guarantee Future's life does not look like the music he puts out. It does not.
The way he popping pills all day.
What?
Like,
Come
come on, bro.
Like, but he's still gonna put out that music and be such an influence to people. Right.
I agree.
That kind of reminds me of Meg Thee Stallion's new song, Plan B. Now, this is nothing against Meg. Like, I think Meg's a talented woman. She's a talented artist. But I remember, when she first dropped that song, like, it was trending on Twitter. And I looked at some of the comments or some of the tweets that came out revolving the song or revolving around the song. And I think I saw one young lady say something about, you know, even though this is a catchy song for Hot Girl Summer or something like that, you know, it at least promotes, how did she put this? And I didn't take a screenshot of it, but she said something about it. It promotes contraception or something like that. Because we all know what Plan B is, right? So I don't get how it promotes contraception. It's just like, if anything, is promoting you doing something reckless with whomever it is that you want, and then it's like, oh, it's okay, I can solve this by popping a Plan B. You know, it's okay. You know, as long as I got a Plan B, I'm good. And again, that's not a shot at Meg or anything like that. You know, again, I like some of her songs, but it's just like the mentality of some of the people out there who cannot separate, you know, reality from art or art from reality. It's just, it's crazy to me. So, I mean, I can understand how a lot of celebrities, I mean, they're really in it for the check, or they're in it for their fans and stuff like that. But some people, they'll do it just because that's what they're obligated to do, because that's a part of their record deal. So I don't know, man. I really think that a lot of the music definitely influences everybody in real life, and I know that was pretty much a long answer to your question.
It was,
but hopefully I answered it.
Yes, that was a great answer.
And I'm grateful that y'all, like you said, like you take the time out to actually like listen to stuff that y'all say, and you know, you'll omit stuff or keep it in, you know, so that everyone can enjoy it, and you know it has a purpose behind it, because you know it's gonna influence. And I think that's more of what we need, and that's the change that's gonna, you know, get us in a positive direction.
Yeah.
Seriously, man.
Most definitely.
And what I think it is as well, I mean, in the music industry, a lot of times, nowadays, I feel like a lot of artists and A&Rs and labels, they're looking to fans to tell us what we should be making. But I feel like back in the day, it wasn't like that. We were telling the fans what was the sound, you know what I'm saying? So, like, they were creating this thing, but, like, nowadays, everybody's, for a lack of a better word, dumb. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just wants to hear, like, the simplest, easiest song possible. So they're like, make that. That's what we need. We need someone to do that. But in actuality, no. Get the artist to make something better and have the fans come up to speed instead of you coming down and meeting the fans where they're at. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like that's what's missing nowadays. So I don't know. Hopefully it changes.
That's actually really, I never even thought about that. That's actually pretty true.
Neither did I, but it's definitely true. Like,
It's sad.
You think about it, people weren't, you know what I'm saying, locking and loading the Miss Gladys Night back in the day, but I'm sure they are now.
Sorry, Gladys. But
Keep bringing her in this again.
Sorry, Gladys.
She probably locking and loading herself. Everybody got a gun.
Listen, especially with what's going on in Georgia after that new, law passed. Anybody can conceal carry now.
Yikes.
Man, that's a little scary.
Ain't worried about
Very
that.
scary.
So Yotti, I have a question for you, man, because one of the things I think that some other people can relate to this as well. You know, I know when you got into the music space, right? Like, to me, it's like it was like in you for so long, and to me, it's like you didn't outlet it to the people for a while, and it's like you eased your way into that. But I feel like, to me, you show like an introverted side. You was like, I don't know if I want to pull this out, but then it's like when you let it out, you let it out. So what some advice would you give to some people that, you know, they may be shy and they don't know if like, oh man, I don't know if this is even good to put out. You know, what advice would you give to them if they wanted to start?
I would say, again, like we said before, talk to yourself and see if there's something that you really want to do. And then when you make that decision, do it. Like, that's the best thing that I can say. A lot of times when I found myself being nervous, it was a lot easier if I just did it right then and there. Don't think about it. Just do it. Like, and it's like, especially singing, if you're already gonna sing, fully sing, don't do it in a shy way. It's like, you might as well, it's either go hard or go home, like, for real. Like, you gotta do it 100% or not, you know? Cause it's like, that's really the best advice, man. And I know that helped me, just being intentional with everything and just putting thought into stuff, man. And that's all, man. Don't half step. That's the best thing. I feel like that's the best thing.
Okay.
Nah, that's big facts, though.
Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
good. Let's
Now
go.
I'm laughing. I can't.
That's making me laugh.
Right.
Because that was so sweet. That was so sincere. Because I mean, I've never seen. I mean, I've always known him to be quiet, but he's just so like when it comes to music, it's like a different side of him. So when he explains it, I'm like, yeah, you were really quiet. You were? Because when you're in the studio, it's like, I'm like, I've never seen him like that.
I'm just be
He's a different
honest,
person,
man.
so
I'll
I don't
just
know.
explain it. When I was from 7th grade, well, maybe up until 7th grade, they used to call me mute. Like, I literally did not speak. Like, I was very quiet. Like, that was actually my name, like, for real. So it's like, for me to be doing this right now, man, it's literally all God. I promise. I never intended to songwrite. I never meant to be a vocal producer, nothing like that. It was just God, man. And I accepted the position that he put forth in front of me, and it's just been going ever since, man. And that's the best thing I would tell anybody, man. No matter how nervous you are, do that thing, man. I promise you'll find peace in that. You will not find peace until you're walking in your passion, and you're going to be searching for the rest of your life. But if you're not walking in your passion, it's going to be wandering aimlessly, man. So that helped me tremendously, having something to latch on to and something that will wake you up in the morning, you know, so.
Yeah.
Walking your passion or wander aimlessly.
Come on.
You got to, man.
Shoot, maybe that's gonna be the episode.
Come on now,
I might have to change that. Man. Hold on. Say that one more time. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, what?
I thought it was gonna be Glock and Gladys.
You gotta do that.
Yes, you heard that?
You heard
That's it right there.
That's it right there.
Yo, that's hard.
You had to have prepared that for you, King.
Yo, that is hard. That is hard.
Because the way y'all threw her out there.
Yo.
Come on.
Oh, man. That was
You gonna look at the
hard.
time and be like, what?
Right.
What?
Right.
Like, what could this possibly be about?
Bruh.
That's it right there. Glock and Gladys. All right. It's
Oh
a
my
wrap.
gosh. Whew. Okay, man. That was so. That was
Sorry, Miss Knight.
Yo,
So
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
We had to. Okay, we had to. Because that hits right there. That's hitting.
That
That's
does.
definitely hitting.
Man.
Lord.
Man. So, you know, with what you just said, Jay, that makes a lot of sense because first and foremost, I just recently saw a post that y'all put up, and I want y'all to explain a little bit about it, but y'all had a song, if I'm correct, featured into, was it a movie or a...
Yeah.
It was a movie.
Yeah.
Y'all want to talk about that a little bit?
Okay, so it's called On the... Why are you laughing? On the Other Foot. It's a British film. You know, the way it happened was so organic, which that's why it makes it even more special to see it out in a movie. So we actually linked up, the guy that was singing in the song, we linked up with him, and he was actually from Clubhouse, and he was actually in the Atlanta area, and he was like, hey, I want to connect with y'all. Okay, cool, bet. So we got into the studio, and we were just playing around, found a beat that the producer had. He was like, what do y'all think about this one? We just writing, and it's called FaceTime. The song is called FaceTime. And it was just really just talking about actually driving safe. Like, I mean, like right now, kind of tipsy. So I'm not gonna drive to come see you. So let's just FaceTime. And it's just promoting safe driving. Don't drink and drive.
Yeah.
And I thought it was cool. We thought it was cool. And then we got a call, and they were like, we're very interested in this song. Is there any way we can put this in your film? And we're like, sure, why not?
Wow.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, we got a date of the film being put out, and we were like, oh, this is real.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we ended up finding it. We found the song in there. I was like, oh, it's my voice.
Look at
My
that.
gosh.
Yeah.
That's hard,
Yeah,
bro.
it's cool, man.
I thought it was really
Pretty
cool. That was actually my first time ever having that sync placement of
Sync,
like my
yeah.
own song in a movie, like, well, our song in a movie.
So that's what it's called, sync placement?
Sync placement,
Yes,
yeah.
sync placement.
So like TV shows or movies or commercials, that's all like sync and licensing.
So when you hear
like,
somebody,
yeah, sync
da,
placement.
da, yeah, you get that's a
Yeah,
sync.
the McDonald's, like
Yep.
someone singing that jingle, that's a
Yeah,
sync placement.
that's
Like,
a sync.
yeah.
Now, question, do y'all get like royalties from each time they play the video
Oh, yeah.
or movie?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
That's
dope.
pretty much any song.
yeah.
Yeah, if you do business right.
Yeah. If you do the right business, and we'll get into that a little bit later.
Another time.
Another time,
Good Lord.
because that would be a whole episode. But
Yeah.
no, if you do business right, you can definitely benefit from those royalties for sure.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit, because you gotta understand, you got a lot of these young brothers, or young sisters as well. They just, like I said, they just want to get their stuff out there, but they ain't thinking about the business side.
Man.
They not thinking. They just like, I want people to hear me. Some people want fame, but they not thinking about the money side or the business aspect of it.
Yeah.
What advice would you have?
The best advice I could give anybody is, please know when someone's taking advantage of you and your skills and your skill set. It is very easy to get a hungry person into the studio and have them do something for you because they just want the notoriety or they just want to be in the room. And that's all well and good. That's totally fine. I was blessed to be around people where I was hungry and I wanted to songwrite and do all this stuff with people. I'm 14 years old, sitting in a room with people. I just wanted to get one word out. And, they could have easily just been like, okay, she gave one word. Who cares? Hey, you're here, though. But they were nice enough and thought of me enough to put me on, and give me points. And points is literally credit towards writing. And I only gave 1 or 2 words in certain songs, but they gave me a percentage. And so now I get royalties for that. And they didn't have to. So think about the people you're working with too. Really feel the room, see how it is, how these people are moving. If you bring up pay or anything like that and they start shying away from it, chances are they don't plan on paying you and they just plan on using your skills. And you go home feeling fulfilled because you did come out with a hit, but you don't see the results after that. And that hurts worse than somebody just, oh yeah, that person had this on. Yeah, I ain't seen nothing from it. That hurts.
That kind of reminds me of the story about Jason Weaver when he sang for The Lion King.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
Where initially they were going to offer him $1 million one time just to sing the songs in The Lion King.
Yeah.
And then his mom actually argued for royalties instead. So now anytime any of his songs that he sang gets played, he gets cut a check. That man never has to be on Smart Guy again, even though we know that this show is not on the air.
I love that show,
but he don't gotta be on Smart Guy again, or whenever ATL 2 drops, whenever they decide to drop it, he don't have to be in the movie. But, I mean, he's getting paid regardless.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you gotta think his mom, because a lot of people don't even understand royalties enough. Because if they put $1 million in front and they ain't never seen, $100,000,
They just gonna take it. Yeah.
Exactly. They're not thinking long term.
Long term.
Residual.
Exactly.
Sir.
You see what he did there, right? You see what he did there.
We didn't pay him to say that. Y'all. I just want y'all to
Just
know.
like we're not paying him for this title.
Glocks and Gladys.
It's Glocks and Gladys.
Oh, my bad. Glocks and Gladys. My bad. Nah, it's facts. Okay, nah. So they need to make sure that, hey, fill the room. If something don't feel right, hey, get up and walk out of there.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, don't even waste time, because at the end of the day, when you in there and you already gave your ideas, chances are you're gonna be stuck in that room until everybody leaves, and it's just like, oh yeah, I put my 2 cents in. It's okay to walk away. Let's say that together.
Bars.
Okay to walk away.
That's all right.
You're not missing anything. You're actually saving yourself. You're saving their time and your time. Because at the end of the day, nobody wants to go and debate. And literally, it's like, and put value on what you do. I really do feel like people need to put value. And I'm even speaking to myself, put value on what you do. I know for a fact I can cut this song in an hour. It's not going to take me long. I work fast. I'm efficient. I'm good. Like, if you know that, put value on that. Hey, it costs this, and that. Well, we can't. Okay, no problem. Well, get back to me when you got that.
Straight like that, bro.
And not in a cocky way either. You just know your worth, and they know theirs too, because obviously they feel like they have something to offer, so do I.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can't go in the doctor's office and just, I'm going to pay you next week. Is that okay? That's not okay.
Not happening.
He was not even going to see you until that payment. Like,
wow.
No, bro.
You wouldn't even see if you don't have an appointment.
Yeah.
Okay.
It got to be like that.
Yeah.
Know your worth. Okay. So when I go drop I need to go to Universal.
Bruh.
We're not doing this.
And I say, yo, look, I got this heat.
Who mans is this? Okay.
I got this heat, right?
Hey, we greatly appreciate
Universal. I got
both
this
of you
heat
guys
ready
for
to
tuning.
drop.
I'm talking to the people, but I'm talking to y'all
But
at the same
look,
time.
I
'Cause
know
I'm not
it's
paying attention
fire.
to them. Thank
What
you
do y'all
guys
wanna
so
do?
much for stopping by. I don't know.
What do y'all
gas
wanna
his
do?
head up regarding knowing his worth
I
to
got
that
the
extent,
heat.
because he don't need to be walking. He don't need to be walking to Sony. He don't need to be walking to Epic. Whoever.
Got this
all right?
heat ready
No,
to drop.
no.
I
Bars.
appreciate
The
the
next thing
comments.
that we want to get into, other than his foolishness right here, is how did you guys meet? Because I'm sure some of the people out there just looking at y'all. Y'all not only look great in person, but I know y'all look great on camera. You can see yourselves.
Say
You
that.
understand? How did you two meet?
Da, 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 da.
All right, so 2001, I moved here from Connecticut, and we lived in Duluth, and she lived there at the same time. And she used to be on the bus every day singing 6 o'clock in the morning. She was the annoying girl on the bus. Like we all knew her for that. Every day we're gonna get on here, this girl's gonna be singing, and she's gonna get on our nerves. You know what I mean? So maybe like a couple weeks go by, and she's getting on the bus one day, and then a car was backing out, and before the car could hit her, this is a true story. It sounds so false, but
Yeah, wow.
before the car could hit her, my dad jumped out and stopped the car from hitting her. So her dad was standing there like, oh, like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? So once our bus left, they stayed behind.
Thanks a lot, Dad.
They stayed behind, and they just began to talk. And, you know, they talked about their love of music and singing, and long story short, they ended up becoming a gospel group with 2 other males. So their family, our family, and these 2 other people's family, we started like touring around. Like they started getting some gigs,
yeah.
like, and was really moving around. So we kind of all just became a family. We were around each other for a long time, and then her stuff started picking off. So she picking up. She moved to California, but then she came back. What year was that?
2015.
2015,
Yeah.
and then we're here now.
Wow.
She came back and
Ooh, you skipped some parts, but I'm gonna let it
it's
slide.
some parts. It's
All right, we'll cover this part that he skipped. What happened? What did he miss?
Well, he fell in love. I'm joking. When I came back, we actually didn't even talk about music. Literally, I was on a different path. I didn't even want to deal with music. He actually brought me back into music.
Wow.
I was so done. Like, when I tell y'all I was done with music, but he was like, man, don't do anything else. This is what you're meant to do. And me, I'm mad. I'm like, stop being prophetic. Like, who cares? Like, I'm done with it. And he was like, no, it's really time to get into it. But he didn't say anything about working with me. He was just like, you get back into it. But once we got together, we actually were just writing songs together. Like, literally, like, not even on, let's write songs together. Literally, like, hey, I have this idea. Maybe you should do this. Maybe you should do that.
just like that.
And this is so mushy, but I actually wrote a song for him when we started dating, actually.
Look at that.
I actually wrote a song for him while we were dating, or fresh in our relationship. And I was recording the song, but he was actually arranging the whole song, not even knowing that he was doing that. Hey, put this here, change this here. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then after that, it was history. Now we're here.
Nah, yeah, literally.
Literally.
Dope.
For
Yeah.
real.
It's
Without
fat,
even
man.
asking, it just happened that way.
Literally.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
And
That's
now-
what's up.
and now y'all got songs in a movie, bro. Like,
Yep.
come on now. Look at that. That's something that I don't take lightly. Like, I think that's amazing. I want to congratulate y'all on that.
Man, thank you,
Thank you.
man.
I appreciate it.
That is dope, bro. For real.
Appreciate it.
Man.
And y'all did leave out one part though. Before you moved to California, I helped you move.
He
too.
did.
I was there, y'all.
He did.
I just want
Yes.
to throw everybody, you know.
He helped me move.
I was moving boxes, y'all.
Right. When I came back, thank you.
Hey, nah, you welcome. You know,
Because you did lift up that bed. You lifted up my bed and put it in the truck.
just went through
No
them
complaints.
my flowers, you know what I'm saying?
You did take a plate home, though.
Bruh.
I did. Yeah, you know I gotta eat.
He had two to-go plates.
That's the least I could get.
Whoa.
That's the least we could have did. Y'all, feed the movers. Feed your movers.
Nah,
Please.
that's just dope, man. It just makes me happy because, you know, I met Jamiah through Yotti, you know, and it's just amazing to see, you know, first and foremost how far y'all have come, and, you know, just to see, like, I didn't even know everything that you were gonna do, up until that moment. Like, from moving, like, I didn't know you like that then. It's just like, Jay was like, come on.
Why were you there?
I just came with Jay. I don't even know why. Like,
I just thought about that.
I just came with Yotti.
Whose kid is this?
But yo, it's just amazing though to see how far y'all have come. What y'all?
Whose kid is this?
Oh, nah, Max. Like, I don't think nobody knew me. I got introduced to everybody that day.
I'm sure my dad was like, "Thank you, bro." What?
Yeah, like, where you come from?
That's so strange.
Who is this?
But nah, it's really dope, man. I like I said, I gotta say it again. I am really, really proud of y'all. How far y'all have come. What y'all have done, what y'all are yet to do, because I know y'all are gonna do so much more than what y'all even done right now.
So when we hit y'all up for that fire for our show,
Boy,
we
what?
need y'all to come with it.
Y'all the first one.
Yeah, we got y'all.
Nah,
Got y'all right now.
Though. Big facts, though.
Hey,
Residual impact.
oh,
Wait, why you playing?
Wait, why?
Well.
Why you playing?
Wait a second. Now you know. Anytime we have the talented guest on the show, we gotta have them, spit something or sing something. I mean, you already started it. It was technically your idea. You was ad-libbing.
Well, you were talking about your mixtape. We have the time.
Come on, you're not ready for it, because I can drop
The
that right
focus
now.
is not on him because whatever he spits, I'm gonna edit it out.
Sure, B.
I promise you that.
Come on, B. I'm ready.
Y'all are the guests.
I got that heat.
You sit down.
All right.
Cut it out.
Stop playing.
We're not here for that. We here for them.
Yikes. All right, Jay. You got this.
Good.
Huh?
Slide over just a tad.
Why?
Your thing.
Oh, what am I saying? What am I doing?
Let's sing a little Gladys.
Why not?
If I
Little
do
Gladys.
you know what? I can't sing Gladys, but I don't know these songs.
Oh, okay. I
Not
sing
from
whatever
Gladys.
you like to sing. I know this is part of the title.
Midnight Train.
I just figured.
Glocks and Gladys, right?
Yeah.
Gladys.
Midnight Train. No. What can I sing? I hate when I get put on the spot. I feel like I know so many songs until somebody asks me to sing.
Do Whitney Houston, How Will I Know? I just heard that song.
Good
That's all I
Lord.
know. You want me to start it off?
How will I know?
No. I know.
Huh?
You sound like Sade on that one.
Oh, I'll give you some shot.
Yeah, give us some Sade.
Give me some Sade.
Sadeezy.
I gave you all the love I got. I gave you more than I could give. Gave you love. I gave you all that I have inside, and you took my love. You took my love. Yeah.
That's fire. Nah, really rock with that, yo. For real, man.
It's my teacher. It's my mentor.
Yeah, right. This man be like, do that over. That be sounding a mess sometimes.
Eat the cake, get it, man.
I be learning, man.
Sing that song like I taught you.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man. Very, very talented. I can tell it's a God-given gift.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Jay, you next up. Nah. If you want to, Jay.
Sitting on the dock of the bay. Glocks and Gladys on the way.
Ooh.
All right.
Glocks and Gladys on the way.
Ha! Period.
Can you say some David Ruffman for us?
Yeah.
I know it's your favorite artist.
I don't even know anything.
Nobody coming to see you, Otis.
You ain't nothing without David Ruffin.
Oh, Lord.
But no, seriously, man, I truly do thank y'all for giving the people insight, giving them something that they may not see on a regular basis or hear on a regular basis as far as the music industry goes, as far as being a writer, actress. What else did I miss?
Vocal producer.
Vocal producer. You know what I mean? Like, and it's dope to hear different sides, and because sometimes that's what we need. And I love to hear it from just the everyday person, because it's like y'all got a glimpse of being, all the way up and being in the spotlight to, like, showing people the humble side of it. Like, you know what I mean? Showing them that it's not about just the glitz and the glamour, dude. Like, nah, like, we're still normal people at the end
Big
of the day.
facts, for real.
So, but yeah, man, other than that, I mean, y'all already know My stuff about to be on SoundCloud.
Anyway, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen,
y'all
already know what
pick that
time of the
mixtape
show
up.
is it. Mike, what time is it? And not time for anything regarding the
Okay,
mixtape.
all right. Out on SoundCloud, Spotify.
It is time for the answers of the week. Y'all already know what time it is. So, before we get into the answers of the week from last week's episode, we first got to give you guys the question,
Yes, sir.
which was, Mike.
So the question from the previous week was, what personal prisons have you built out of fear? That's a really good question I think we had.
It was a great question. So great that I couldn't even answer it last week when we asked it initially. Or when I put the question up. And I still don't really have much of an answer. I can come up with one on the spot today. But before we get into it, I would like to ask our guest, because, that's normally what we do. We ask the guest first.
Most definitely.
What
I'll see it again.
do you guys have, any ideas of, like, what personal prisons you all may have built out of fear?
Oh, yeah. For me, I would have to say I don't take getting let down very easily. So there was a point in my life where I was like, I'm not going to do anything new. I'm just going to stay right here. I'm tired of the up and the down. I'm just going to coast and I'm going to stay right here. So I allowed myself to kind of just think I'm just an average guy. I'm going to live this average life because I don't want any bad to happen. So I really allowed myself to stay in this small box. But I don't really feel that way anymore.
That's good.
Okay, I dig that.
Yeah,
That's
me
what's
too.
up.
I can kind of piggy. It's something like that with me. Afraid of being a has-been or anything like that. So I refrain from doing anything because I don't want to seem corny or trying to, live off of the same wave from 2005. So that's kind of the same thing of just being rejected or not being accepted now.
Yeah.
So being a has-been.
That's good.
That's kind of my fear. I don't know why. It's so stupid. It's a stupid fear.
Stupid.
Hey, I mean, it's understandable. It's something that, a lot of people, especially people in your position, can relate to.
Yeah.
I can't really relate to it because I'm just not in the same light as you guys, but I can definitely understand that.
Good. I feel understood.
I just recently thought about mines and what mines were. I feel like it's for me, it's kind of like I'm putting it behind me now, but for so long, I used to fear my own success. I used to be afraid of what I really can achieve, and I was like, I don't want to do this because I feel like it's going to get too big and I'm not going to be able to handle it. So for so long, I would be like, I don't want to try, kind of like what Jay said, I don't kind of want to try something new because I'm afraid that it wasn't that I couldn't do it, it was like I can get too good at it and then it's just going to get bigger than me and it's going to spiral out of control.
That's right.
And to me, that kept me in a box.
Right.
And I had one point in my life, I had to be like, God, whatever you bring on, let's go, let's do it because I know you're going to do it with me. And that's kind of like just where I'm at now. It's like I stopped being afraid and I just started allowing. Whatever come, I'm going to allow it because I'm like, okay, I can handle this. I can do it.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's good. That's good.
Real good. But I will say a personal prison that I built out of fear was that I've always felt like I was going to be left behind a lot of my peers. Like growing up, just seeing so many people like pass me with their like big boy and big girl jobs, while I was still kind of working fast food or, people starting to get engaged and married and having kids and I'm still single with no kids type stuff like that. Like I always just looked at it as like, everybody was passing me by. Like, what is it that I'm supposed to do in my life? Like, what is my purpose? And even when I figured out what my purpose was, I was still kind of like feeling like I was getting left behind so much that I was like, I don't know if I should really step out here and do what it is that I'm destined to do, or if I should just kind of sit back and just chill because ain't nobody really gonna care about what it is that I do anyway. They're so far ahead. But that's something that I kind of had to get over because it was a mindset thing, right? I eventually had to get over that fear of being left behind because I had to realize that's everybody else's life. It's not mine. Just because they graduated and then they went to college and they finished their 4 years, got their bachelor's, got their master's, some people even got their PhDs, and I'm a college dropout. Or just because some people decided to get married and have kids and none of my relationships worked the way that I wanted them to, doesn't mean that I'm a failure. It just means that that stuff wasn't meant for me at the time.
Correct.
So I can't really look at people who are passing me by because that's just their path. That they're on the path that they're supposed to be on,
Right.
and I'm on the path that I'm supposed to be on.
Right.
Eventually, my time will come to where I'll accomplish everything that I wanted to accomplish, and I won't feel like that anymore. But I had to kind of get over that. I had to develop the mindset of like, yo, you know what? I'm cool. I'm content with where I am. I'm content with what I'm doing. I know I'm on the right path, and I'm gonna see this through regardless.
Sir. It's a beautiful thing, bro.
Thank you.
Glad you came to that understanding. And that.
Yeah.
So, man, we're going to get into some of these answers of the week that we got from you beautiful people. Thank you all for answering the question. We greatly appreciate it. And let's get into it.
All right. So from Oh My Kim, she said, "Staying with things I know didn't deserve me. Career, relationships, friendships I didn't do or strive towards. I mentally disqualified myself. I was stuck in a prison of going in a circle, not really making progress, but just moving. Not up, not over, just moving."
Wow.
Just move.
Yeah,
That's a thinker.
for real.
So next up, we got from _call me Tony. He said, "I think by being a people pleaser, I've created a prison of not being social at times. Probably out of fear of not being accepted, thus being antisocial. Is that hypocritical and ironic at the same time? Question mark. I don't know.
I don't think so.
We said, we replied back to him, we said, definitely ironic, but thanks for sharing. Laughing emoji.
It's crazy how we all have our own personal prisons.
Yeah.
Certain things that have just held us back
Yeah.
from being who it is that we're supposed to be. But I mean, it's natural. We're humans. We all have, we all have those things that we're afraid of that we allow to stunt our growth. It's just a part of life. And I don't know if that's really just like our minds telling us that we can't do things, or it's just society, or our view of society that's telling us that we can't do things.
Would y'all say, though, I do have a question, would y'all say, because y'all all heard the acronym of, what fear is supposed to mean, false evidence appearing real. Would y'all say that that's kind of with each one of, the fears that we had, do you feel like that's kind of in a sense of what fear is?
It's 50-50 for me.
I
think
don't
it
agree
is.
with that at all.
You don't think so?
No.
What you think?
Say one more time, what's the acronym?
False evidence appearing real.
I don't think that's true, honestly, because if I'm running away from this dog and he's, barking at me, that's very real. You know what I'm saying? It is real. And I feel like the fact that I'm trying to lie to myself, say it's not real, it's kind of dismissing real emotions. Fear is a natural God-given emotion. So I feel like it kind of doesn't make sense to me, honestly.
Then maybe I need to take my answer back about the 50-50.
No, that's your answer. That's just how I feel.
I mean, right is right, wrong is wrong type thing. That's how I see it. But I mean, just we get in our head sometimes, and I do feel like fear is a very real thing, but it's also a thing that we put on ourselves because, the acronym.
False evidence appearing real.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Y'all don't laugh at me, okay?
No, it's all right.
But no, I feel like that sometimes be like, oh, these people are looking at me. They're staring at me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. And it's like, girl, ain't nobody looking at you. Nobody
For
care.
real.
People don't even know who you are.
I'll agree with it from that sense. Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
it's the fear in the sense of sometimes we make mountains out of molehills.
This is true.
For no reason sometimes. And you'll literally live your whole life like that when you could have just been more free.
Yes.
And I feel like fear is like a binding thing. And I'm just going based off of what I know. There's been many times where I have literally made something more than what it was.
Yes.
And it took somebody else to be like, that's not really what happened. And it's like, oh, really? Oh, I'm good now. It's like those kids that put their head through the bars in the stair, be like, and take your head out, and then be like, oh, that was it.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
I feel that.
So 50-50.
Oh, man. But yes, man, I just want to thank each and every person that answered the question of the week.
For real.
We greatly appreciate y'all for taking the time out of your day to answer a thought-provoking question. Just something that you may not be thinking about on the regular. So, but B, you already know since we gave him the answers. What's next for him?
Well, you already know we got another question for him. So the new question of the week for this week is, what is something stopping you from getting you to where you want to be? I technically kind of gave my answer, you know, with the fear. I mean, I don't really have that fear anymore. I'm kind of working past it, but that's something that was stopping me initially. I guess I would say now, honestly, what could be stopping me would be money. But, you know, I'm in a different position now, so we just got to see what this new position holds for me, and that could even change my situation. So, yeah.
I think mine is just it's me. I'm the only thing that's stopping me sometimes.
Yeah, because you think you got a mixtape dropping.
I got that heat.
No.
Like, go check it out on Spotify, SoundCloud, Amazon Music.
It's
Pandora.
called It's a Dub. That's exactly what it's
You know
called.
I mean?
That's the title.
You know, we just want to make sure that we get it out there. So all platforms, go stream that, all right?
That is
Appreciate
exactly why you are stopping your growth.
Appreciate that.
All right.
I just want to get that out there.
Wow.
Do y'all have a question? I mean, do y'all have an answer to this question? Because we're just ignoring him.
All right.
Mine's, I'll have to say, taking things for granted. I feel like it's the biggest thing that slows me down, because it's like a lot of times I'll be like, I'm gonna do that tomorrow, I'll do that later. It's like I'm taking my time for granted, or I'm taking that opportunity for granted. I feel like I do that a lot. So that's really like the biggest thing for me, not valuing and realizing what I actually have while I have it. I feel like that's my biggest thing.
Mine is the beautiful change.
Beautiful change.
Change. It's just change. I literally feel like change is what stops me from doing certain things, because I can get complacent. I can get comfortable.
I understand that.
I don't want to, you know, cut out the beef ribs and the mac and cheese and go for a salad. I don't want that.
I dig that all the way.
Yeah, I don't
feel that.
Yeah, like I don't want to go out and talk to people and be more personable with people, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just not going to. But closed mouths don't get fed.
Say it again. Say it
Closed
again.
mouths don't get fed. So yeah, change is one thing that I am learning how to accept, because it is inevitable. You gotta deal with change in some type of way. So might as well embrace it.
That's real talk. I love that. I love that. So yes, y'all already know how to answer the question. You can do it on YouTube. Put it in the comment section. You can go on Instagram. Put it in the comment section. You can go to TikTok. Put it in the comment section. Or you can email us, if you're old school, at residualimpactpodcast@gmail.com. Or you can answer it on Twitter if you want to.
Hey, y'all already know how to find us on Twitter at Residual Impact. Make sure you follow us if you're not following us already.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I think I covered all bases, right?
You did. You did.
I mean, unless you want to mail us too. I mean, you can mail us.
Anyway, we
if you
thank
want.
each and every single one of you guys for tuning in as normal.
Cash out. Question answer.
We already know
Appreciate
that this guy is full of himself at times. I would love to say thank you guys to our lovely guests. Thank you so much for stopping by. You could have been anywhere in the world this evening, but you decided to be here with us.
It wasn't gonna happen. We had to speak. Like, we had to be here.
Thank you so much, man, because we have real talent in front of our eyes, and you know, in spite of somebody thinking that they actually had it.
Thank you. Like you said, you got a
New
real
song
talent.
coming out with.
Come on, Glocks and Gladys Part 2.
Glocks and Gladys.
Got the streets on fire. We dropping it. It's gonna be 12 songs on that joint. 12. We're gonna hit them with 12, yo.
We got a reggae song coming out with you, bro. Like,
Come on,
this is
look.
exciting.
They must not know. They're gonna stop. playing.
Anyway, let the people know where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at YOTTI__. That's Yotti__.
You can find me at This Is Jamiah. Wow, that was very underwhelming.
Wow.
This is Jamiah.
You can put some numbers in there.
Spell it
Yeah.
out. Spell it out for the people, because sometimes they don't get it.
JAM as in Mary, IA.
Wow.
This is Jamiah. And it's all lowercase. It doesn't matter how you put it in. Are we going to edit this out?
I mean, we can if you want me to. If you want to do that again. If not, I won't. You know, it's up to you.
It's organic. Keep it.
Yeah, just keep it.
There you go. All right. Well, man, here we are, 33 episodes in.
Yes, sir, man.
Look at that.
It's crazy.
Magic
Congrats
number.
to y'all, man.
Thank you.
Residual impact.
We keeping that. We keeping that.
We got
Please
to.
don't.
We got to.
Come on. Hey, give us a soundbite like that for real, because we want to use those stuff like and add them up eventually over time of just different voices that we have. Especially.
So we're gonna give you a little space.
Yeah.
So there's no other noise around.
Cool. Wow. Residual impact.
Let's go. Got our first sound bite in the building. Let's go. Appreciate that.
Definitely.
Of course.
So it's a wrap. 33 episodes in. Thank each and every single one of you guys for tuning in this week. We couldn't have done it without you. We definitely couldn't have done it without y'all too.
Yes.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
And we'll catch every single one of you guys next week, or much rather, you will catch us next week for episode 34.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy.
I think that's Shaquille O'Neal number.
Well, 32 was his number too,
Big facts.
originally. And then when he went to the Lakers, he had to change it to 34 because Magic Johnson's number was 32 and it was retired.
Bro, how you know this much about basketball? I didn't even know that.
Shaquille O'Neal's my favorite player.
Okay. That's dope,
Now,
bro.
don't ask me about his stats, though. I don't know.
That's different.
Off the top of my
Shout,
head,
bro.
That's
Like,
different.
You hit me with some knowledge right there, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
So definitely catch y'all next week, and y'all already know how to find us. So with that being said, we cannot leave without saying,
Yeah. All platforms is gonna have it on the mixtape.
where you are today
Right.
is a residual
So,
outcome of the thoughts you had in the past.
So from the first
we'll catch
track,
y'all next week.
We're gonna start it with the Glocks,
Peace.
but we're gonna end it off with the Gladys, okay? So just wanna hit Mitch.